What's happening? This is the Tap In Podcast. We are live inside of the Tap In studio. I got two goofballs here with me today. Syiesha and Morgan. What's happening?
That's right.
What's up, Donte?
What's going on, man? How y'all feeling?
Full.
We good.
Full? Where you coming from?
Papados.
What?
With my aunt.
With your aunt? You and your auntie had a date today?
We did.
Oh, okay. That's what's
so
up.
nice.
She was awesome. She always awesome.
Papa Do's is open right now?
The one in Fort Worth, not in Arlington. Fort Worth is
okay.
open. It's selected locations until next week.
Wait, did you see if Buttons was open?
It's closed for
It's
real.
still oh no.
What's Buttons?
in Fort Worth?
Yeah,
the
what-
soul food restaurant. They used
Chicken
to have
and
one.
waffles.
Yeah, they used to have one in
Never heard of
Addison
it.
as well. But yeah, and they would do like live music on the weekends and all that.
Really?
Yeah.
Donte.
I never heard of Buttons. I'm sorry.
Are you serious?
Never heard of Buttons.
Oh wow.
Yes, I'm blacker than you.
Oh, okay. I'll just check it because
Button is in Fort Worth.
Yeah.
See, I've been to the one in what's the soul food spot in Dallas? Dang, we talked about it before, and it's like
Sweet Georgia Brown.
Sweet Georgia Brown. See, I've been to that one.
Okay,
I've
it's
been
not
there.
like that one.
It's
It's
better?
more of a restaurant type feel, and again they do live music, jazz,
live
and, yeah.
jazz.
Oh, okay. So
And
it's
the
like
food is
Yeah.
Talk about ooh.
I know you know.
No.
I know you know.
I know.
Yeah, when my niece comes, she likes their oxtails, shrimp and grits. Like,
Ooh.
yeah.
Fried
Really?
green tomatoes, chicken and waffles with a little blueberry infused butter sauce.
Really?
Ooh, Lord.
Okay. And they closed right now. You said
Yes.
until
I'm
when?
depressed. They're closed, but they're supposed to move to Dallas. I
Yeah.
guess they're supposed to reopen to Dallas. This pandemic is a nightmare. All my good spots done shut down.
Yeah. Okay. Buttons. Okay.
You better ask about them
I don't know. Buttons.
That's a
Okay.
shame.
In Fort Worth.
in Fort
Yeah,
Worth.
Fort Worth.
Okay. All right. What's been up, man? I ain't seen y'all in I don't know how long.
Yeah, where you been?
I've been at the house chilling,
You
man.
gonna let us hang
Quarantining.
it
Right,
that?
don't check up on
You know
us,
what I'm saying?
Nothing.
Nothing. Just leave us hanging. But you coming back, right? Next week?
I told him I said Tuesday.
You coming back? We're gonna see you again.
We'll see.
We'll see you. We'll see
We'll
you real
see.
soon.
Oh man, that's funny.
So, for those that don't know, I used to work with these nuts.
You
know
do
what I
work
mean?
with us,
No, I used to
right.
work with these nuts.
Technically,
So,
You still work with us.
so here's why I never got to ask y'all while we was on the job. Like, you from Buffalo, you from Ohio, right? What the hell brought y'all to Dallas?
The weather.
The weather is
weather and more job opportunities. So
Yeah.
when I had graduated from Wilberforce University, I
you went to Wilberforce?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh shit!
I think I told you that
He
before.
don't even know you.
I got a homeboy. No, I got a homeboy that went to Wilberforce. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wilberforce. Graduated there, moved to Indianapolis for about a year, and I started off in banking because that was the job I had before graduating college. So I went there, and I was like, I can't do this code anymore. So it was either going to be
Hello.
here or Florida. So Dallas offered me the job first, and I came here.
What? Like, how cold is it in Ohio?
It's freezing. Up
When
north.
the temperature is below zero, not the wind chill factor, the temperature, then you factor in the wind chill factors at negative 30, 35 degrees.
Yeah.
You would move to.
Yeah. The
So-
weather is no joke.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't have chose Dallas for the weather, cause it'd be hot as shit out here.
I would rather
And-
be
But
hot
it's
than cold.
AC. You can choose to have
Right.
your air, everything. We're not slaves no
Right.
more. We ain't gotta pick cotton. So we ain't gotta be
And it be
outside.
cold. Like when it's colder here, it's cold.
No, it's
But not for a long period of time. Back at home, even last week, it was still like in the 50s.
It was snowing in Buffalo last week.
Yes.
So that's
Really?
how, yes.
It is still cold.
Yeah.
So what brought you here, Syiesha?
Well, for real, my daughter's father, he got in some trouble, so he got stuck.
See,
here,
and
so
that's what I
brought
always-
my daughter to here to kind of get
Get
their
'em close.
relationship. Yeah, get their relationship good, and then he moved to North Carolina a few years.
Because
later.
here's what I always think about girls who move, right? Either they was starting where they was at, and so they name they
Damn, that's
they
the first thing you
that's what I think.
Right.
When girls move, that's what I be thinking. Like they name was too dirty in the streets, so they had to move so they can switch their whole
told you
name
that,
up.
Dante,
That's what guys think. I'm trying to tell y'all.
all guys.
Not I'm gonna say all guys.
Well, why would you think that?
Right.
Like, what's
Because-
in your thought process? Like, what's
Exactly.
in
No, listen.
your mind?
It's a known thing between guys where they say a girl will be she be thotting over here and then she'll move and then she'll
To
change her
another
whole
state.
to a whole state,
That's a bit
and then
much.
she'll
Too
change her
much.
whole life up.
Who have you known, Donte? See, this is the thing. Them girls you used to mess with before. I'm happy you married
Listen,
now.
I'm
okay?
telling you.
Because you had some issues in your past
Right,
life,
like-
and it's okay. But everybody not a hoe. You know?
I'm not saying everybody, but I'm saying that's what guys be thinking.
I mean,
like,
even in Columbus, we do have some hoes, but they'll just move to like Dayton or Cincinnati. They don't move to a whole new state.
across the globe.
Right.
Like, we gotta pack up. They
no.
just skip a town.
Now, if they've been in a situation with domestic violence, yeah, they moved to a different
Now,
state,
that would've been
changed
better
their
and more
name, all of that. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
more sense.
domestic
Yeah. I
violence.
would have liked that versus they just thought.
No, I'm just saying that's
Start
what
over.
that's what I've heard. That's why guys be like,
I
you know what,
never
I
heard
want to date a girl that's not from that city or that state
But
because
nowadays, here in Dallas,
she ain't got no record. She ain't got no name.
I mean, here in Dallas, there's a lot of transplants. I've
Yes.
yet to meet like more than 10 people from Dallas,
yeah.
True.
and I've been here 5 years.
So when you go home to meet the family and you find that she a hoe, like then it's just like
No, but
it's
the family
over.
the family don't know. It's
Your
like
friends like, girl, you like it's over now.
No,
Or
it's not, but it's
so they
like-
never go back home.
the family don't know, but it's like when you go home, they be like, "Oh, you married Ho Keisha?" Like, what happened? What happened? What's Keisha doing? Y'all ain't never did. Y'all ain't never heard that?
No. I don't know what type of friends.
No, I just gotta put y'all on game. See,
What
this is
type of
why
friends
this
you
conversation
got,
is
but-
good. So I can put y'all on game, so y'all be like,
But birds of a feather flock together.
hello.
So normally, when you don't associate with hoes, you don't know nothing about no hoes. Like it's like a thing.
"Got
Yeah.
you."
So you got to be careful who you surround yourself with. Apparently, because your friends got things
No, 'cause
real messed up. Okay.
It was a time where you be like, "What happened to the Sheila? Like Sheila moved?" And then you be like, "Yeah, I guess she moved." And nobody where she moved from even know what Sheila used to
That
be
Sheila
into.
was throwing it back.
Hot mess.
All the way back. No,
Hot
no,
mess.
that's not why, Donte. People
Okay.
move for better opportunities, not to hide away from being.
No, I just want to make
Oh.
I just want to make sure the regular is clear about y'all two. That's all. I just want to make sure.
First of all, you already know.
Right.
Don't even
So
go
don't
there.
start that.
No, I'm just saying I want to make sure the
Thirsty
regular
animals
is.
in the office ain't never. My name ain't the other little.
No.
you know.
Okay.
I just want to make sure y'all we get it out there. I'm not saying that y'all that's what y'all did.
No,
I'm
but you're
just
trying
saying,
to.
Insinuate.
No, I'm not
Exactly.
trying. No, not trying to insinuate
You
at all.
tried it.
No. I'm just making sure that the record is clear. Y'all good out here.
You already
know what I'm
know,
saying?
we ain't got no name
We
here
good.
or there.
Nowhere.
Facts. Check the car.
Okay, I'm just
Okay.
making sure. I'm just making sure.
We tried it.
I'm just making
We
sure.
really tried it.
So, and something else I wanted to ask y'all about that I never got to.
What?
About y'all cruise. Tell me about it, cause when y'all went on this cruise, right? That's when Corona hit, and then y'all came back from the cruise.
And y'all was scared.
Yes, cause I knew y'all. Somebody got me sick. It was one of
No,
y'all.
you got yourself sick
No,
because
you was
we weren't
sick.
even sick. So
You
how
was sick.
how did we get you
Y'all
sick?
may not have
You
the
had Corona
symptoms.
first. Like,
No, listen, y'all may not have had the symptoms, but that's when I started hearing about the Corona first, that it was on the cruise ships.
But Donte, if we hadn't had the symptoms at that time, if we had it, we would catch the symptoms later on, right? We never caught any type of symptoms.
Listen,
you was
I'm
coughing
hearing-
and choking.
Like
When we
literally.
came back to the office, we was like, we should probably go home. Because
Get away from you.
You was coughing and choking and doing all you was
But I didn't
saying.
start coughing and choking until y'all came back.
Okay, so what happened to us? We didn't get sick.
Y'all never got sick at all?
No, we're fine. We're healthy.
Have y'all got tested?
We don't need to get tested.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly
That was
what
at
I'm
this
saying.
point 2 months ago.
We don't got no fever. We don't got nothing. I'm going back in
Nothing.
December. You trying to go back?
Yeah, let's go.
It's $1,500 for like a bomb joint too.
The suite?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
For a cruise?
Yeah, Carnival 5-day cruise. December. It's like December 12th, 5
Okay.
days. So
$1,500. That's a lot for a
No,
cruise.
that's not. Are you kidding? That
5
would be
days,
25
and it's a
3
suite.
islands. You get a
Yeah.
balcony. The joint is a wraparound, like boop, boop,
Oh,
boop,
okay.
all the way.
Yeah.
I went to Turks and Caicos for $1,500. Me and my wife.
Yeah, all inclusive. You did the all inclusive.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah.
we did no. Matter of fact, we didn't do the all inclusive,
Oh.
and I was glad we
did.
didn't. No, we didn't, cause yeah, it was $1,500. We went. We used what I booked it on. It was some website called Cheap Caribbean or something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Caribbean.com.
Yeah, on there for $1,500. This is before the pandemic,
Right.
right? And we went there for $1,500, not all inclusive, and I'm glad we didn't because we got to go to other different restaurants on the island and taste different foods.
But I've done an all-inclusive when I went to Jamaica.
Go.
You could still go outside of the resort.
You just Donte, you be being real cheap is the problem.
No, it's not. It's not
so
cheap.
He's like, if I did all-inclusive, this the only restaurant.
No, it wasn't.
You can't be like that.
No,
that's exactly how
you
it
can
went.
still go to other restaurants, just so you know. You ain't got to
can leave the resort.
But if I hadn't already paid for the food, like
it's a problem, right? Because you being cheap.
It's not being cheap. It's frugal. It's called being frugal.
$1,500, and then we skip one restaurant to just eat here and pay for it. That's cool, Donte.
It was like I said, it was actually a better deal not doing all inclusive because we got to go to different restaurants. We went to
you paid for each restaurant.
Yeah.
And that was a better deal than an all-inclusive that probably came with 7 restaurants within the all-inclusive.
No, it was only one restaurant on there.
That's your problem.
In the hotel.
Came with like 7 different restaurants.
Man.
Really?
Yeah, we had a variety. So we had like the buffet. They had Italian.
On the cruise ship, right?
No, I'm talking about when I did the all-inclusive in Jamaica a couple years ago. So they had the Jamaican food, of course. Then they had a hibachi-style restaurant. So they had 7 different types of restaurants. Yeah. Now, you're right. I would not have paid for just one restaurant in an all-inclusive. I wouldn't have done that.
It was like if you went to that hotel, then they had a restaurant in that hotel.
But they're not serving the same exact thing. It ain't like every day you eating this. Like, we just eating chicken fingers, breakfast, lunch, dinner. It's
they
still
switch
different types of food.
Yeah. No. It was good. It was. I don't know what kind of food they were. We only went over there once. Mm-hmm. We only went to that restaurant once, but it was all right. It wasn't. It was better food off the hotel, off the resort. It was better food in the area. You know what I mean?
That's normal.
Yeah. So it was.
You got to go on a cruise though. The cruise was popping. We had all types of. It was like waking up and it was Christmas, and then not even waking up because then an hour later it could be Christmas again.
No, but when we first got there, right? We first got there. Got on the ship. We hadn't gotten our bags yet because they take your bags to your room. Mm-hmm. And so we first get on the ship. So I'm just looking around stuff. She's like, we got to get upstairs. The what's the name? Restaurant closed at 2:30. We got to get upstairs.
It was Guy. No, what was it?
That was Guy's, I think. The barbecue.
The barbecue Pig and Anchor. You would think, because I don't eat swine. But they had like brisket. They had the baked barbecue chicken type. They had the macaroni and cheese and the rolls. So yeah, heck yeah. But after I smuggled on my liquor, because of course you.
Oh yeah, we did that too.
Yeah, I had bought some.
We had bought baby bottles and
poured some tequila. And I had put it in my pants. I had on these big sweatpants, and I had put one in, because I got a lot going on.
I mean, so it was cheaper than doing because you can do a package.
And y'all calling me cheap?
But this is different. This is different.
How's this different?
This is different. They do have an all-inclusive, a cheers package, so you can do like 15 drinks a day.
15 a day.
So you could pay for that package, which was like $600 or something.
Oh yeah, it wasn't worth it.
It wasn't worth it. So that's why we smuggled the liquor on, and then we had ordered one bottle to the room.
What was it? Belvedere.
Yeah,
so we had
a big bottle.
Big old bottle.
And so we saved money doing that. Versus
we had our champagne and we were able to get on there. We had our little drinks, so we made our own mixed drinks. So when we came to the room, it was leaking. You would have thought I had breast milk coming out because the liquor started coming out the little nipple part. So I had to pull it out my pants, and then we had liquor and then we had met guys, right? So,
and then they started buying our drinks and stuff. So
we didn't have to pay for no drinks.
So why should I go on a cruise again?
They was Kappas too. They was Kappas.
Yeah, they was your people.
Yeah. Why should I go on a cruise again? This don't sound like a good time for me and my wife. Like
it was.
I don't.
People smuggling liquor on.
Yeah, because you don't want to pay for extra liquor. It's redundant, right? You can sneak liquor. They're not gonna. The metal detector's gonna detect metal, right?
Not plastic.
I had plastic.
Not plastic.
So I walked right through. It was smelling a little strong. They probably like I was drunk.
Alcoholic.
Yeah. They can think what they want. So our first night, we had mad liquor. We went to the club with our little drinks. Cause we could pour our drink in our room and we could walk in the club with the drinks, right? So we had our drinks already. Then we met these guys that wanted to just buy us drinks the whole night. And the drinks was like $15 a drink. It wasn't nothing cheap.
Yeah.
I don't know what tab was looking like once they got off that cruise, but we was happy.
I was very happy.
I thought about on cruise? It's not all inclusive on a cruise. Like once you pay,
Yeah, the food and then the soft drinks, but not alcohol. And then they do have some exclusive restaurants. Like if you were on an inclusive island and wanted to get out and explore other restaurants, so you can pay extra for those exclusive restaurants.
We took each other on a date. And we went to one of the exclusive Italian restaurants. And Morgan was sick.
Yeah.
See, that's the corona. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, that was that corona.
No, the ship was really rocky for like 2 days. Like I've been on 2 other cruises. I had never experienced like when you see like we're walking and we're just literally going from
and we
wall
wasn't
to
drunk.
wall.
Like don't get it twisted. We wasn't like staggering. It was because it was rocky. Sometimes we was staggering.
Yeah, some
but other times it was because it was real rocky.
Now tell everybody about Morgan swimming. Because I know, I know,
but it wasn't my fault because she didn't tell me that the snorkel locks up.
Listen, let me tell you. First of all, let me
preface it. Let me preface it.
Don't try to play her.
Before Morgan and Syiesha went on this trip, Morgan did swimming lessons for a month to try to learn how to swim,
and I was
because they was going on this trip.
And she did really good. I'm so proud.
Okay, now tell them what happened with the story.
Well, let me first say that don't try to play her because she did really good in her training classes.
Okay.
When we was in the pool, it was like 4 feet of water. She kind of was acting like she was going to drown in that, but I was like, Morgan, we in the swimming pool, you just stand up.
And how tall are you, Morgan?
She over 4 feet.
Okay.
For sure. Okay. But I was proud. Like I told her, just relax, calm down. So she started swimming. Like she was swimming, she was doing her thing. So I ordered us some snorkel masks, right? These new masks allow you to breathe from your nose and your mouth. Unlike regular snorkels, you just got to go out your mouth and your nose is plugged. Right. So I wanted to practice before, but then she had her little monthly, and so we couldn't practice before. Her little best friend / enemy came, and so that last week before we went on the cruise, we could not practice with the snorkels on. But I'm like, cool. I thought maybe we could put our face in the sink in the room, but it wasn't enough for that. Right. So boom, we get to the Bahamas. First time putting on our snorkel. We excited. We hook everything up. I was proud because when I got in the water, the joint froze up on me, and I was like, holy crap.
What do you mean froze up?
So basically, it'll lock to where you can't breathe for like just maybe 4 seconds. So I was kind of shocked because I'm like, what the heck? I can't breathe. But I just calmed down because you just got to stay calm and swim. You can't panic. So I calmed down and then it unlocked and I was breathing like normal. And so Morgan, she just went straight in. I was like, she was snorkeling. She was doing good. So I was proud. I was like, man, my first time, I thought I was going to drown. Yeah. I panicked. So I was very proud. So I'm like, yay, Morgan, you're doing so good. Awesome. So then I was like, let's go out. And so I held her hand. And so we start going out in the water, right? We swimming, like I'm one way, she one way.
How deep are y'all right now? About how deep were y'all in the water?
Maybe 4 feet. We kind of
still 4 feet.
It's like the swimming pool again.
Than that.
No,
okay.
No, fam. It's like the swimming pool again. So I'm like, this is good. This is what we practice. Right? Okay. We prepared for this, right?
Right.
Next thing you know, she break free of my hand. So I'm like, damn, she got it, right? Okay. So she like, get off of me. So I let her go. Like, damn, girl. So I'm swimming. I'm just having a good time. Then she started getting a little wild. She started kicking me and whatnot. So I'm like, Morgan, you ain't gotta kick me.
I was drowning.
I didn't know at the time. I promise you. I did not know at the time she was drowning. Okay. I just thought she was a little wild. She started spinning.
Spinning?
You know, like when a crocodile got you.
Is this what y'all went over before the month?
No, hey,
I did not know
when did the crocodile spin?
I thought this was, you know, she newly a swimmer, so I just thought maybe she just want to be free. So when she started spinning, I was like, okay, trying something new.
Okay.
And then it took me like a minute, so. Cause she kicked me again, I was getting mad. I was like, okay, now I'm gonna drown her.
If I kicked you twice, that means something wrong.
Exactly. So I just stood up and I look in the water, and I just see her kind of going crazy. So I just grabbed her hand. I just stood her up. So all she had to do was stand up. And when I stood her up, she
because the water had gotten in there again. It had locked up. I couldn't breathe. unexpectedly. 'Cause I thought I was going to be able to breathe.
Right.
And so it was just...
I felt bad. So we went to the shore, and I was just still kind of confused because all she had to do was stand up. And we talked about this standing up thing before.
Yeah.
Like sometimes people think they drowning, and all you got to do is stand up. So
My main point is, I did not know the snorkel would lock up. So therefore...
But we did read the review. Remember that one review when they said that they
I didn't
almost
remember
drowned?
that.
Now, when they lock up, you don't forget nothing. Now, my question is, how far, because when they say your life passed before your eyes, how far back did you get? Did you go to third grade, or how far back did you get?
Talked about that. Did you have any flashes? Like,
I didn't have any flashes.
You didn't go back?
She knew I was going to save her.
Okay.
But
She knew I had her.
it was a scary experience. And
Have you been swimming since then?
no, it's not the swimming part. It's just the snorkel. If I would have just been swimming, I think I'd have been fine. It was just the
Put
snorkel.
that microphone. Yeah, tilt it up.
I told you to keep falling.
There you
It's
go.
this
You know
part,
what you doing,
not
though.
this.
No, go ahead. Yeah, you good.
Yeah, look at her hands. She got that motion right.
Anywho,
Yeah.
the swimming part would have been fine. Again, it was just the snorkel locking up and the panic because I didn't know what was going on. If I would have just been out there, because I like the swimming on the back. I love doing that.
See? Yeah.
So I would have been more conscious and aware, and I would have you've known to stand up. But at that point, it's just like, what's going on?
But remember when we talked about, like, when you get in panic mode, what was the thing we was training on?
Right, but I had
Roll
never...
over to your back, right?
Right,
Remember?
but it was water and stuff in the snorkel, and so I was just like...
All that training went out the window when she was about to die.
Donte.
When she was about to die, all that.
It kind of
Bro,
did.
like you gotta experience the snorkel for yourself.
Okay,
to
tell me from your
understand.
point of view, what happened?
Okay,
What made you
so-
kick away from Syiesha? What,
I didn't mean to kick away from Syiesha. I
what
didn't even
made you
realize I
break-
did that
'cause
until
she
told
was
me.
she was holding your hand at
Right.
first.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize I did that. So it was cool. That's what I'm saying. It was cool first. I could see everything in the ocean. I was like, oh, it's so cute. Doo-doo-doo. And then it locked up. And so that's when I was just like, just trying to figure it out. Or what, I didn't realize I was turning like this.
Like a crocodile.
I was just trying to figure out what was going on. And I didn't even know I had kicked her either. Like, I was just panicking. So
I was proud because I was like, she doing stuff that I would never do. I would never think to spin in the ocean. I was like, go ahead, Momo. Go ahead, Momo. I was
Anywho.
proud at first. This year I almost drowned. I was like, oh, shit.
Okay.
we tried it again, and I was like, let's just sit down Indian style right here.
Now, did you get back in the water after this, or did you shut it down for the rest of?
But I didn't go out. She went out like further out there, but I didn't.
Because I'm a swimmer, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, because you've been
But
swimming
we gonna do
forever.
that. Like I told her, I just had to do some repairs on my pool.
Yeah, we're gonna start back
So,
with the swimming lessons and
When
stuff.
we go on this next cruise, we might even do real scuba diving. Not snorkeling, scuba diving.
No, don't take her to scuba diving
Don't
yet.
take me there.
Yeah, no.
Listen to him.
Yeah, no.
But we gonna make sure she's comfortable first. Well, you gonna get this
Because scuba diving, that's with all that gear on, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
no.
almost died in that. I was like, I'm not going.
Yeah.
Well, if you
she-
almost died, what you think I'm?
She ain't
you
ready
been
for
swimming for
scuba.
years.
I never snorkeled first. Like, you at least snorkel first. That's what I'm saying. You could do it. Now that I snorkel first, I think I'm ready to scuba dive a little bit.
Yeah, she ain't ready.
I'm not ready.
But
Morgan.
you gonna be ready. This time, I promise you. You just gotta listen to me. If it get difficult, just flip on your back. You could have pulled the mask off and on your back like, ooh.
See, I get claustrophobic, so
Me too.
even those big goggles that you supposed to look in and
Yeah.
you know what, like I get claustrophobic and I be like, I can't breathe, but it's only my eyes that's closed. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I be like, no.
But you would do good with the full face one, because the ones, that's what I'm saying, the ones that have the goggles and then the thing out your mouth, that is mad annoying.
Yeah,
but this one
was
you
a
had
full
the whole
face.
full face, so you don't
Yeah.
feel as claustrophobic because everything is kind of free and you just can see. You can breathe out your nose, you can breathe
No,
out your
listen.
mouth.
When we went to Turks, we did that, right?
Oh, you did the full face?
No. We had the little one,
Yeah.
and then somebody tried to give us the no. It was a white couple. They was on there with a full face, and the white boys just in that mug just going down. I'm like, God damn! And here I am struggling with my little snorkel mask. I'm like, no. But I haven't swam like in the ocean like
It's different, right?
yeah, since I was a
It's
kid.
different.
And when I tell you, I almost not drowned, but I got tired fast as hell. You know what I mean? And so the dude, the guy who took us on the little trip, he was like, listen, if you need to get back on the ship, don't go to the front of the ship, come to the back of the boat and get on from the back. I was so tired that I had to swim because I had already made it to the front. And then I started climbing up. He was like, hey, man, what you doing? I'm like, I'm about to die.
All I could do.
I'm about to die.
But you did tell me, if you get tired, get on your back because, it's easier. And
you can float.
Right.
Yeah.
Flotation devices galore.
And
so it's just like,
surprisingly, I am comfortable. Being a new swimmer, I was more comfortable doing it on the back for some reason. I thought going into it that would be the most difficult, but it wasn't. So
once she got to floating, she was floating, baby. I was like, go ahead. Go ahead.
How come you didn't learn how to swim when you was a kid?
Because we don't have pools and stuff like that in Ohio.
They don't?
No, because it's so cold for so long. So yeah, you have like the YMCA or something like that that'll have a pool. You go when you a kid or whatever. And they do have it, and I'm not saying they don't, but it wasn't, we just didn't learn.
Wow. Okay. Because I've been swimming since I was like 10.
But you from Cali, right?
Yeah.
Y'all got ocean, yeah.
But I never, I have swum in the ocean, but it's only a handful of times because that ocean water is nasty. You know what I mean?
It is.
That ocean water is nasty.
It looks so pretty. You think that you could, I remember, not to say that I just wanted to drink the ocean water, right? My first ocean experience, we was swimming with dolphins, right? Those little fuckers are nasty.
I want to do that still.
I don't know. They funky as hell. So, first of all, we in their house where they shit and eat, right? So, I get out in the water, a little bit get in my mouth, and I just was like, oh my, I just want to get out of the water. It is the most disgusting. It's like, oh, salt
Where was
water.
you at? Where was you at? When
Jamaica.
See, that water is nice though out there. It's clear, right?
It's clear, and that's what makes
salt
you think
water,
that
though,
you could come in and you'll be fine.
No, it's salt. It's still the ocean. It's still the ocean.
It just looks too pretty to be that disgusting. It's too clear. It's too pretty, crystal blue, and all that.
No.
And then next thing you know, that shit tastes like. Ugh.
Yeah, no.
I was like, oh hell! I was like, did y'all fart? Shut up. Did I just poop? You little nasty little thing.
No.
So yeah, it was kind of disgusting.
No, I would never.
I just had a different thought process.
Especially over there in the Caribbean, it's nice, clear blue water. California is seaweed, dirt, oil.
Is it dirty?
Yeah.
But is it blue?
No.
Still? No?
Hell no.
But they say the waters outside of the U.S. are, clearer than what we have.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, wow. I
but I
thought
would
California
never.
was going to be like.
Have y'all had, what is it called? Conch?
Ooh.
Yes, I had that in Jamaica.
With our Jamaican crazy
Yeah.
people, they was trying to pay us for sex.
What?
Oh, yeah, so our experience in the Bahamas.
Yeah, man.
Listen.
They was hood.
Listen. Tell them, Syiesha. Like, we thought we was going to get kidnapped.
What? What happened?
Morgan recorded, like, just in case.
What happened?
Just in case we'll make it. Well, because when we get off the cruise ship, and you already hear they do trafficking and all types of stuff. So it was this black dude, like, where y'all going? We can take y'all for $90. Wherever, we can take y'all wherever y'all want to go for $90.
All around the city.
All around, show you the hood. We like, cool, because they black.
Right.
And we like, we people, so we good. He's like, y'all want some weed? We like, nah, we good. He's like, y'all want some powder, some pills, some... No, brother. No, we just want some liquor. And so he took us to one of the hood liquor spots where we got like a bottle of Patron for like a big bottle for like $20, $30 on crazy. And it was real because Dominican, they be tricking people, right? Yeah. So this was real liquor. So we buy the liquor and they taking us around the hood. So it was real cool at first. So we had a really, really good time. They took us to a restaurant. They took us to the beach where she almost drowned.
Yeah.
And... Anyway, once we finished there, like, they waited for us and everything. So we had a good time. Towards the end, he was like, okay, that's $90 a person.
Right.
You said $90. He was like, he said, sweetie, what makes you think we're going to spend the whole day with y'all? And take y'all everywhere y'all want to go, and it's just gonna be $90. Like, nigga, well, you should have said that. When we asking prices, like when we take a Lyft, the Lyft driver it says $14.
Not per person.
It don't say no per person. It's we from a different place. Okay, you gotta specify. So he like, So he come over to my ear. Hey, listen, sweetie. I'm just gonna tell you this. Hey, I'm gonna let you go for free if you know what I mean. If we hook up. So I'm thinking like, hook up.
Did
What,
he
you
say
need my phone number? Yeah, I give you my nigga. Here you go. Let me give you this Google number real quick. So I'm like, well, what you mean hook up exactly? He was like, don't say nothing to your friend, but y'all still got some time. We can go real quick. We run out of time because y'all got to get back on y'all ship. I'm like, nah, brother. This all we just gave him like what 160 or something. We shorted them a little bit.
Yeah, they be hustling like that.
But they introduced us to conch, and then he ordered like all types of stuff, and then our bill for that was like $60. We just wanted conch. We got conch with lobster, extra conch with this. We was too full. We couldn't even eat it, but it was good.
Yeah,
it was good though.
It
was. That was when we went to Turks. That was my first time. The dude. Like we went on a trip where we dove into the ocean, got it out the thing. He put it on.
Cool.
He put it on the ship, and the dude cooked it like it was like he put like some
like
lemons
style.
Well, no, it was like kind of raw because he put lemons on it. He cut onions up and he mixed it all up right in front of us. And then we had it was like a little conch dip where he had chips and.
So he ain't cook it?
No.
Ours was fried.
No, he didn't cook it. Ours was like. He took it out of the shell.
Yeah, I wouldn't have ate that.
And
so you ain't get sick,
right?
Yeah,
I tasted it a little bit. I only tasted a little bit because I was like, yeah, you ain't got no fire on that, bro.
Right, I'm
put this in the oven for a little bit.
But this shit looked good because he had peppers, bell peppers, onions, green onions, all mixed up together with the conch, and he cut the conch up. And he even while he was doing it, I'll show y'all a video. It was like some little worm thing he took out of the conch, and then he ate it. And I was like, oh shit! I was like,
I don't think I would have been able to do that one.
But this is the thing: the dude is old as hell, and the nigga was in shape, and I was like,
you was trying to be like that.
Yeah. I was like, if it weren't for him,
I'm about to say, for one piece of conch.
No, but I'm saying if this is his job and he probably do this every day.
Right, every day.
Yeah, he ain't died yet. You know what I mean? He been on this island for forever. He probably know
Right, they're used to that. So their stomachs are probably used to that. Yeah.
They used to raw food. You eat cooked food in the US of A.
Right. American food is the worst, man. American food is the worst. Y'all ever go out really go outside the country and taste the way even the McDonald's taste? That shit is totally different from because United States put all kind of bad shit in their food, preservatives and all kind of
processed everything.
Yeah, and so when you go outside the state, you just taste like a regular burger. That shit tastes phenomenal.
Really?
You know what I mean? So I'd be like, because it was some other little fruit. I can't remember what it was, like a green little thing. And it was sweet, and you had to peel the little green thing
what
off.
You're talking about, and it's kind of kiwi-ish, but it's like fleshly, like a light lime green, like a light green color on the inside.
Yeah, and you just had to open it and you chew on this little hairy, juicy little fruit, and that shit was good.
See it, but I don't know what it's called.
I can't remember. I think I got a picture in my phone of it, but that shit was good as fuck.
They sell that at Sprouts. You know that.
Do they?
Yeah, they sell
I thought
it
it was illegal to be over here because we don't grow it.
They sell that, and it's something else that they have in another country that they sell at Sprouts.
Oh.
But it's like a seasonal type thing. You can't get it all the time. But I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like a little green ball.
Yes.
Right, and you peel it kind of like an orange, like you peel it on the outside and eat the inside.
And they have a big ass seed in the middle of it. But you gotta get a bunch of them. Because the fruit on there is so little,
right?
But this shit is so good. Me and my wife ate that the whole time we was there. I asked somebody for it, and they gave us a bag full of this shit. That shit was so good.
That's why I want to go on Naked and Afraid.
God. Here she goes.
You should probably. Can somebody? Can you send them a thing and just tell them that I've been really obsessed for a long time, but I need to have a good partner. My partner need to be able to catch the food because I'm not snakes and all that. It was a garden snake, I guess you call it. That once they dug up the hole to fix my pool yesterday.
Yeah.
This little thing was maybe this big. I almost died. I was like, ah! So I know I'm not good.
So how you gonna go in the middle of the woods and you scared of a garden snake at your house?
Well, the thing is,
because there's gonna be all kind of critters out there in the woods.
Well, my partner better be.
And you're gonna have no clothes on, and she gonna be crawling everywhere.
Right.
How you gonna survive?
Because first of all, I'm gonna make me some panties.
Out of leaves?
Yeah, with the leaves, and I'm gonna make me some shoes, and I'm gonna make me like a cute little bra to hold these things up, cause that running around a bit too much. But my partner, as long as they give me a partner that's kind of experienced, right? He need to be able to be a good hunter, cause I will know you gotta go. But if he could hunt the food, I'm a cook. I'm gonna cook the food. That's my job. Like,
how would you cook it?
Cause they give you like a fire starter, right? So I'm gonna start the fire to give you a pot. I'm gonna be.
You know how to use a fire starter, Syiesha?
They train.
You're gonna be out there butt ass naked, starving.
No,
and your partner gonna be mad at you.
You know, wait. You know she's not gonna be starving.
I'm not gonna starve.
Because you can only eat what's out there, and it's gonna be critters. It's gonna be snakes.
Yes. Oh, I want to eat some snake. And the last people they was catching eel. Like one dude caught an electric eel. And then once that went away, and they had cooked it, they had all this eel, and I'd be watching the TV screen, like, if it was a scratch and sniff, like, or like a scratch and taste, I would be in heaven. So I just want to go. Like, please, just petition for me to go. Like, just tell them, like, you already know I'm going to be.
See, here's the thing, though. When you go out there, right, there ain't no commercial breaks. Like, you can't just, like, cut and go to the bathroom and then come back.
But don't they have tents and stuff and y'all can?
No. We build our shelter, right? So, my shelter's
you
gonna be
literally,
real cute.
from what I seen, they take you out there, drop you in the middle of the thing, you get butt-ass naked, and you and your partner have to survive out there for a certain amount of time.
Yeah,
and then you have to be out
21
there?
days.
21 days.
And then they come back and pick you up.
For newbies, it's 14 days, and you got to find your way through the extraction point. But, like I said, if my partner's good, if he's any good, he gonna have to chop the wood and stuff. I'm not doing that either. But
what are you gonna do? Just cook everything?
Yeah, I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna boil water so we can drink. Like good drinking water. Okay. And then I'm gonna do like how they have to put the leaves through the shelter so that the rain won't come in. And I'm
so you don't think the rain will get through the leaves?
Well, you have to layer it enough so it's not as heavy. And then I'm gonna gather wood.
And is he gonna have to get the leaves too? Or you?
No, I can pick leaves. Come on now, look at that.
I'm just saying.
I can get the leaves. I can get some of the firewood. I can get some of the leaves. If he need me to. Like, I can fish a little bit, too.
What's a little bit?
Like, I can put a worm on a hook.
You're not going to have, like, a real fishing pole or something.
Yeah, but, I could put a worm on a hook on a string. Like, I can.
You're not going to have no string.
You're not going to have all that.
You know what?
You're not going to have no string.
So you have to use a stick.
Yep, boom. So I'm going to put a worm on a stick, and I'm going to dangle it. Come on. Come on, fishy. And then as soon as it comes.
Have you ever went real fishing? Like
I did when I was a kid. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If I had a real pole, I'd be straight beasting, salmon, bass, whatever. But because I don't have no real pole, like he gonna have to make that, and then I can try to help.
Okay.
I just want to be out there, like, and eat.
So how you know that your partner will be a male?
Right.
Because most of it is a male. Like they always partner you with the male.
Oh, okay.
Do they?
Yeah.
I've never watched it.
Oh my God.
What if you go out there and this Jamaican guy
it's
like
on our Hulu.
The Jamaican guy like, hey, you owe me $30, man.
No, but that's the thing. You don't see nobody.
That's not how they talk. Cause my sister, she's Jamaican.
Your sister Jamaican? Really?
She's Jamaican.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hello, don't ever try to disrespect. Tell him. He overstepping his boundaries. He disrespected.
That's what they do though. That's what they do. That's what they do though.
Stereotyping. This guy.
All Jamaicans do that. And they wear sandals. They don't wear sandals. They wear sandals, don't they?
Yeah, with the sandals.
Yes, they wear sandals. I know some Jamaicans.
Got them Jesus sandals.
Yeah, I know some Jamaicans.
Yo, she said you peeped the our Hulu thing, right?
No, what's that?
Our Hulu.
Oh, that is my Hulu that I'm paying for, but she uses. That's
My
That's
name
her
is on it.
definition of R.
I go to
Hulu.
log in and say Psy. I'm like, boop, that's me.
With a created additional profile.
I just created my own. So.
Then she had the nerve to the other night, like, can you start paying for the one without commercials?
Because I'm sick of these 90-second commercials. Like, first of all, I can't even skip through it. Like, I really have to sit there and watch it. So we definitely need an upgrade quick.
We need an upgrade. we need an upgrade.
We do. This is too much. we need an upgrade. I'm tired.
But that's a break. That's a snack break. You go to the kitchen.
No, I already have my snacks right there. Like, I got my little...
But what if you run out? Like, or your drink need a refill?
I got everything right on the side of my bed. The left side got all the snacks. This one got all of the drinks that don't have to be refrigerated.
Yo, all right, let's switch subject because Syiesha, you eat a lot. You eat a lot.
I do. And then they done got rid of Larry North Fitness. It's a problem.
Oh, yeah.
They done stopped paying for our
They
membership.
stopped paying for our
What?
membership.
So I can take my thing off of my
phone. Looking like you. I'm about to be. They like, Syiesha, you pregnant? No. No, I'm not.
Okay.
I just don't got no gym to go to no more.
Yo, this is what I wanted to ask y'all. Because I heard it was these two white dudes, right? I listened to this other podcast. And these two other white dudes was like, oppression brings like the best out of people, right? And then I asked my wife, I was like, what would black people be if they wasn't always oppressed? If they wasn't oppressed, what would black people be? Would they just be regular people, or would they be like really creative, or would they be really innovative if they didn't have to deal with oppression?
I think we're always overly creative.
Oh, yeah.
We just have that in us. We just are creative.
But is it because of oppression, or is it because we just naturally like that?
I think we're
I
natural.
think it's natural.
Yeah, I think it don't matter where we at, what we doing. We gonna find a way to overcreate a situation.
I just saw a video on Instagram. Since everybody's been doing a lot of things virtually, this designer, he did a virtual fashion show, and it was like a 3D, so you didn't see a person, but it looked like a person. That. You saw that too? Yeah. I was like, that was so dope, and it was a black designer.
Yeah, I seen that.
All I'm seeing is everybody selling tea and detox. Everybody on this slim tea, NutriBurst. Everybody fat as hell, trying to sell me some shit. Girl, if you don't slim down a couple pounds before you try to tell me, look at this work. No, it ain't.
But I do think it's both, just depending upon, the atmosphere you're around, or, maybe your upbringing or things of that nature. So I can see it both ways, but I still feel like naturally that we are just creative. Because
I started thinking about, like, if black people wasn't oppressed, would we eat oxtails? Would we eat, like, chicken? Would we eat, like, pig, like the way we do, like, cause, and like even gumbo, you know what I mean? Even like foods like that. Will we even season our food the same way that we season it?
I mean, the oppression forced us into that type of creativity. Cause hell nah, I ain't eating pig's feet, but I have been guilty in my past pork life. But I don't eat that swine no more. It's been 16 years clean, baby.
But it's all about. So. You got to think about it. When you're growing up, whatever your parents cook for you or whatnot, it just, runs over into the next generation.
Right. Yeah.
So should we embrace oppression, or should we just, what should we do? Because I feel like if all the oppression is brought everything that is so good to the black community, should we embrace it, or should we just be like, nigga, no, get off our necks?
I'm torn with the embracing it part because unfortunately all that pig ain't good for us. So it's like a lot of the stuff that creativity that we brought forth because we had to struggle through everything is not healthy for us. So I wouldn't necessarily say embrace it, because we do need to kind of go back on some of the things that we were taught.
I wouldn't say embrace, because a lot of times people also think that that's their normal as well. So if I think it's my normal, I don't know any differently a lot of times. So I don't think that we should embrace it, but still think a lot of times, a lot of friends of mine that are still in Columbus and things of that nature, they've never been outside of Columbus or Ohio. So they'll see like on Instagram or Facebook, you know, me in Dallas and things of that nature. And they're like, I just want to, you know, get out this state so bad and all this other type of stuff. I'm like, you can do it. Yeah. You know, I don't understand why you feel like you got to be confined to Columbus.
Yeah.
And some of them are just, you know, just scared to get out.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, like, even with the girl that you just mentioned, the designer who made the virtual fashion show.
Who was it?
I forgot.
I forgot the girl name, but I seen it just before I came here. If we wasn't locked down in this corona, would she even thought to even create that? You know what I mean?
True.
Because I think out of necessity or something that you need to, it has to be some kind of a struggle or somebody saying, oh, you can't do that, or we can't do this, in order for you to think outside the box. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I'm like you though. I'm torn as well because I'm like, sometimes you need that little something, somebody telling you can't do something in order for you to like really think outside the box. Because sometimes we get so comfortable, you know what I mean, and then you won't really be thinking or using. Because when I get stressed and when I get focused, like I be thinking about some great shit, but when I get relaxed and chill,
you comfortable. You don't have to.
There's no pressure to even come up with something new. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was thinking about this. I was talking to Jazz before we got on camera. I love more than anything than I love black drama. I love some pasty white girl drama. I love it. I love pasty white. I love it. I'm telling you. Nothing more excites me than watching white people fight each other. I love that shit.
You are so stupid.
So this is what I want to talk about. It's these two white girls, right? They have a podcast. It's called Call Her Daddy, right? These two white girls, one of them, she was on unemployment before she started her podcast, right? Within, she said, the first 4 episodes, she got a deal to make $75,000 a year doing her podcast, right?
Nice.
Okay.
When they got the $75,000, after a year, they started doing really well. They made $500,000 each, not a piece. I mean, not together.
Yeah.
They both was making $500,000 a piece doing the podcast, right? And then after they started making, started doing good, people started saying, oh yeah, y'all getting way underpaid. Y'all should be getting paid way more than.
Really?
Yeah, y'all should be getting paid way more than that. So they went back in to renegotiate their deal, right? And the dude was like, okay, this is what we want. We want to own our show and we want $1 million a piece. The dude was like, man, y'all don't get the fuck out of my office. If y'all don't get the fuck out of my office, are y'all crazy?
Closed mouth don't get fed though.
Yeah.
But listen, at the whole thing went down, right? The dude was like, no, y'all get the fuck out of my office. So one of the white girls had a boyfriend that he worked for HBO or something. He was like, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send him a letter and saying, hey, this is what we gonna ask for y'all. We gonna get y'all. The dude was like, look, fuck that. I'm not doing any of this. If y'all want, I'll renegotiate and I'll give y'all the $500,000 and I'll let y'all own your show after a year. The girl was like, nope. We want to own our show. We want $1 million. We want 15% advertising. We want 20%. And now they ain't got no fucking show.
Oh damn, my bad, sis.
No fucking show.
For real?
No show. No episode.
No.
Nothing. They got nothing. Wow. And so now it's a big thing on YouTube where these white girls are going back and forth. It's the dude, Barstool Sports. Nigga look like Screech. He owned the motherfucker. And he's the one.
Wow.
They got shit. And I'm just loving it. I'm sitting back like, ooh, yes.
So stupid.
And
yes.
He owns their name and everything.
He owns their name and everything. But it is my thing. That privilege of the white girl privilege, I I'm just thinking,
Yeah.
I'm like, what if y'all two started a podcast? Would y'all go back in and ask to renegotiate after he said, you know what, I'll give each of y'all $500,000 to do a podcast?
You said after a year of them doing it, right?
Yep. The first deal he gave them is $75,000 a year, and it was for 3 years, the contract.
Momo, we good.
Yeah.
Momo, we good. I mean, first of all, unless like after, some years and you really going over the top on your success level, then I might go back and check back in and be like, hey, look. Now,
within the first year, though, they went back in and renegotiated.
No, maybe that's.
But also, what were their numbers looking like as far as their audience and all?
It was
of
doing
that?
good.
Okay.
Yeah,
They was doing good. That's why That's why when they went in and renegotiated, he was like, yeah, I give y'all $500,000 each for episode.
Right. So my thing is, whoever else he's managing or whatnot, the person them who they're making $1 million per person, whatever, that group who's doing that podcast. Did he think that those girls could attain that type of audience? With what I'm saying, like,
yeah, but from what the girl was saying online is that's what they were doing. That's why they said you were getting grossly underpaid for the audience that y'all got.
What's the time frame? Within a year,
Right.
I think that's a very good success rate within a year's time, but you can't really be pushing it either. Don't get too greedy.
But here's the thing, though. Here's because I feel two ways, right? One, the girls knew to go back in and renegotiate, right? From the 75 up to the 500, right? Which was good.
Yes.
And then I was thinking, like, would black girls be that brave enough to go in and try to renegotiate?
She would.
Who is she?
She as in me. Just did that 2 days ago with the company, and I got what I was supposed to get while they was talking about Syiesha talks. She's inappropriate with her questions. My inappropriate questions cut me the check that I was supposed to be cut.
Good. That's just good. And then that's the lesson that I want. Like,
Don't be scared.
Yes, don't be scared to at least ask for it. You know what I mean? But once you see, like, okay, these motherfuckers told me to kick rocks. Okay, cool. We'll take the 500.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll take it, but then maybe I'm gonna go and see about other, investors or other
You want a 3-year contract.
Oh.
So what if somebody else buys it out? They can't do that?
No, because the dude, the first contract, right? The dude said, "I'm gonna give y'all 70," because they was new. They was new. Nobody knew who they was.
Right.
Nobody knew who they was. He signed their contract. They got $75,000 a year. Nobody didn't even know who you are.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
But then once you get on my network, now you blow up. But I own your show.
Right.
Yeah.
Me as a company, I own y'all show, but y'all show blow up.
Yeah.
And now you want to ask me for $1 million.
Yeah.
And you want to own your show back.
Yeah, that's a bit excessive. I don't
Maybe
think they were wrong
they
for
should have did
asking.
either or. So either you want the $1 million or do you want to own your show?
I want to own my show.
They could have went back and negotiated like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm torn because I'm like, if nobody know who you are, and then you get on my network and you blow up, now you got some fame.
Yeah.
Now you want to bail on me. Like, no,
exactly.
You in here, Tina. Animators, sit your ass down.
And you know what they show is about? You know what? All they talk about is fucking, sucking dick, one night stands, giving like just white girl hoe shit.
A show that a sister would not have.
And that's my question. Why do black girls not talk about shit like that? Why are white girls allowed to and black girls be like, nah, I'm not?
Because we're stereotyped.
Y'all stereotype. What you mean?
We are stereotyped. If a white girl do it, it's acceptable for them. It's fine for them to talk about it. If a black girl do it, we a hoe, we a trick.
So the white girls not hoes?
Yes, they're hoes.
Yeah,
but again, like I said.
So what's the difference?
I think white women are allowed to be more tasteless, if I may say, not to be racist or nothing like that, right? Tasteless, right? So white women can be as raunchy and as disgusting and as trashy as they want to be, right? But if that is coming out of a black woman, it's expected that we hold ourselves to a higher value, right? We respect ourselves more than to portray a trashy image. So what we do behind closed doors is almost like a sacred thing for us. We're not going to sit up here and talk to the world about our secret lives with our men and how we have sex with our men, because we're held to a different respectable standard. And for me as a black woman, I would never put myself out there just for sakes of ratings to be that person. Even my sex life could be amazing behind closed doors, but you're not going to know that.
Yeah. No, but I hear you.
But you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just like, for us, I mean, we care more about our image and about ourselves, and to sit up there and to be like just seen like that. But we like that behind closed doors. But it's just not going to be something that we're going to broadcast to that level.
And I'm like, because I mean, I know some black girls that could probably be more vivid in how they explain shit and just be able to talk about it, but they probably would never do it just because of the reputation that they will probably have after doing the show.
And then, say for instance, they try to go do something else, maybe get a corporate job or something of that nature. They'll be more receptive to a white girl versus a black girl if she would try to do that.
Yep.
So this is what I'm talking about, oppression though. This is what I mean. Like, what can black girls do where they can be free to either express themselves and not be held to that whole standard, or not be what is the word I'm looking for? Categorized as like, oh, she ain't shit, or now she's a throwaway kind of person. You know what I mean?
We gotta own everything again. I mean, we gotta go back to our roots. We gotta be the superior beings that we are, but we're not allowed to be in this
Why are you
generation.
not allowed?
Because of America. Like, we know that white America will not allow us. You know, anytime a black person gets to that point of success, it's always something behind it. Like Bill Cosby, you know, he gets to this big point of success. There's always something behind a black person success that white people fear, right? So anytime we want to get to that level, it's just like something knocks us down. So half of us are afraid because we don't want to get killed like Dr. Sebi, right? So we are afraid to kind of do these things. And then you have the ones that are unafraid, but then they die. They get murdered. They're assassinated. So it's almost that thin line between, like, will I be that revolutionary person, or do I just be quiet and kind of do things behind the scenes where I'm not as known or as outspoken because I don't want to be attacked by white America?
It's not that you can't do it. You can do it.
It just comes
with a price and a lot of stuff.
And that's the part I hate. I mean, I understand exactly what you're saying.
I mean, we're going to get, we're going to have to work twice as hard. I know that sounds cliche regardless because of our skin color.
Yeah.
Right.
And then secondly, because we're women,
Yeah.
So.
And I struggle with that myself because I'm like, do I want to be loud and outspoken out there? You know what I mean? And then that just puts a target on your back. You know what I mean? About like who you are and what you're doing. But at the same time, it's like, fuck it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like, fuck it. Just make sure you got your gun license and make sure you protecting yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just feel like white people be so quick to fucking.
They can.
Yeah.
White people,
they can be careless,
the police,
right?
They can smack the cop. Hey, you stop that! They
Right.
just smack me. I'm the police.
Right.
Like, we do that. We even raise our hand.
Sense,
No.
right.
So that's the privilege. That's the privilege that they've gotten for so many years that we have yet to have.
Right.
It's sad and unfortunate, but that's the
Can't
world we
even
live in.
jog. I mean, like,
Right.
seriously.
We can't do nothing.
I got a ex-police officer that's coming in here to talk
What he
about
look
that.
like?
No, it's a she.
Oh.
It's a black woman too. It's a
Strictly.
it's a black woman.
Strictly.
Oh, you trying to get the hook up? You trying to get the hook up?
I am single. So, if you have any good single male friends.
All my friends are married, man. All my friends are married.
All of them?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Majority of them. I mean, I say the ones in Texas, all of them niggas are married. The ones in California, they living their best life. Them niggas is kicking it.
I was just talking about you last night to one of my friends. I had let him watch the little your YouTube video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yo, and you know Benny, right? Benny the Butcher, the rapper dude, right?
Homeboy.
How do you know him? I know y'all went to school.
Yeah, we went to school together. We went to freaking grammar school, like 2nd, 3rd grade. We knew each other for all our lives. He blew up.
Yeah, that's dope.
I told everybody he was gonna blow. Everybody's trying to play me like, who Benny the who Benny? No, he
How
got
was
songs
he?
with everybody now.
Yeah, how was he like growing up? Like cause you said grammar school?
Yeah.
That was the last time y'all went to school together?
That was the last time we were friends in grammar school and we lost touch. We would see each other every now and again. Like he was doing his drugs.
Was he?
I didn't.
he was selling drugs.
Yeah,
like
he
that?
definitely was a drug dealer. So I didn't associate with those kinds. I was a good girl. So
Yeah.
I was far away from the street.
Was he rapping when back in y'all?
He's always been rapping. He's rapped for a very long time. He's always been. I just didn't think that he would get to this level because people who are, and not to say that he wasn't talented enough to get to that level, but you know, even with talent, people don't make it, right? You could be the hottest rapper, like Fabulous, one of my favorite rappers. Not to say that he hasn't made it, but it's just
Fabulous
like he's still
been made
but
it.
He's underrated still as an artist. So it's just like even the people that are like I feel like are like dope artists just don't catapult to the level that they should. So I just felt like, you know, they was gonna sleep on Benny, but I'm really excited that they didn't. Like he is a beast.
Yeah, he's in that group Griselda, right?
Griselda. Yeah.
What does Griselda mean anything?
Like Griselda is like just drug type stuff, you know. Griselda Blanco, the drug dealer in Mexico or wherever the hell she was from. You know the Mexican.
Oh, it's the lady drug kingpin.
Yes.
Oh, that was her name?
Griselda Blanco.
Oh, snap. Oh, see, I'm slow. Listen.
We know. What you talking about?
I'm slow. Shit, I didn't know. Okay.
We were just saying how Donte kind of slow. Sometimes.
I'm slow, man. Especially when it comes to drugs. I don't know.
It seems like you done took a few drugs. The way that brain be kicking in when it won't.
Oh, okay. I get it. Griselda. Okay.
Yeah. That would be it.
Oh,
funny,
shit.
man. Y'all funny.
Oh, Donte.
Okay. Listen, I'm not into that drug world, man. I'm a square.
You ain't never been into no drug world?
Never.
You ain't never sold drugs before?
Listen, I sold weed for one summer, and I could not take it. I cannot deal with it. And because one, I was in college, right? And everybody, I don't know why these niggas tell these people where I live. So these niggas start knocking on my door, was like, yo, man, let me get a dime. And I'm like, nigga, I'm in here watching TV. Like,
was it weed or was it crack?
No, it was weed. It was
on
in
the clock
college.
24/7.
See, and that's what I didn't want to be.
Like,
Sometimes I don't want to be bothered. I just want my alone time. I just want to do me.
That life wasn't for you.
Yes. And then you got to do so much math and do all this, like,
we know.
how much ounces.
We know that. Trust me, we know that too. The math ain't gonna work. Niggas like, he just gave me a whole ounce for $20.
How much is an ounce? Like, what? Gotta weigh this shit, and it was just too much.
I wanted to be a drug dealer too, but then when I started hearing about like AIDS and stuff.
AIDS?
Yeah, this is my logic. So I wanted to be the Griselda, right? And because I was about that life, I was a little crazy, so I didn't mind it. But then I thought, like, if somebody owed me money, I'm gonna have to beat them up.
Yeah.
And if I have to beat up a crackhead and they got AIDS and like they cut me or I get cut like that, I was scared to get AIDS from selling drugs. That was it. It was so weird.
So it wasn't from the actual
drugs
process.
No,
Itself.
Yes.
It was because I knew I would have to beat somebody up. Like I won't say like a pimp, but I had a hoe, like just one. She was really good at what she did. Like she was, and but no, how I got her.
She was black or she white?
She was black.
Okay.
She was from New Orleans, and she was a hoe already, but she just wasn't getting no money for it, right? She was just sleeping with mad dudes. I'm like, sis, if that's what you do, because I can't live like that. But
I can
if
get
you
you some
do that,
money.
I can get us.
I can get us some money.
I can get us some money for doing what you do naturally, girl.
Yeah,
You're good at what you do.
Yeah.
So I had put her on to my boyfriend at the time. His uncle had a barbershop, right? So I had put her on to him because I know niggas is in the barbershop, right? Getting a haircut left and right. Yeah. So I had sent her out on her first night. I'm trying to sleep. She texted me like, just did my first job. And I was like,
good job, boo.
Yes, good job. Ooh, he was so musty. His ball.
Save me the details.
It's cool, girl. Next. Next. And then, like, number 4, she thought she liked him and whatnot. She talked about something. Ooh, I like him. And she gave it to him for free. And I'm like, I don't want to have to put hands on you.
You gonna stop beating your hoes?
Yeah,
your host.
She was like my host. She was like my babysitter. She was like my chef, like my assistant. Like she did a lot for me. So I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
But she was about to get them hands. I like, you can't give it out for free because then this dude tell that dude like, I ain't have to pay to get my dude. And that's embarrassing. Like now niggas think they ain't gonna pay. Right. Oh yeah. I am weak.
Listen, I got one. I wasn't a pimp, right? But it was. I wasn't a pimp. Listen, I wasn't a pimp.
Donte, I can't see you being a
pimp.
pimp.
No, listen, I'm not. Listen, I'm not. I got out the game in one night because it was a girl. I was living in Houston, right? Mm-hmm. And it was Super Bowl down in Houston, and so one of my homeboys was like, "Yo, I got a girl, but I can't do nothing with her. If you want to, take her out, you know what I mean, introduce her to some of your homeboys, whatever." I'm like, bet, I could do that, you know what I mean? So the dudes got the hotel, we went in, they went into the bathroom, and we standing out, we in the room where they doing whatever in the bathroom. The dude pay me and the girl go downstairs, we arguing about how much money I should get.
I can see that. We know your argument, ass.
We arguing about how much I should get and how much she should get.
Meet me outside.
Meet me outside now, man.
After that, I was like, you know what? This is too stressful. I can't. Fucking women stressing me the fuck out over goddamn this $25, bitch. I negotiated the deal. I should get $25. I was just like, you know, fucking this is it's too stressful. Too stressful. I ain't got time to be arguing in the hotel parking lot over $25.
It's heavy.
Wow.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
And then it get moral. She got pregnant and then wanted to keep the baby and whatnot.
What? What kind of hoe is she?
Yeah, that's what I said. And she ain't know who to listen.
So wait. So my question is, like, are hoes on birth control or they don't do that?
Well, we had a lot of problems with this one hoe. We got complaints. We had niggas want to return. I had to go buy her coochie fresheners and whatnot. I didn't even know it was such thing.
What?
I was like, there's something that you can insert in there that poo-pourri or some shit.
Not poo-pourri.
Like, and they was like, man, she was funky. You want me to pay for that? She was funky. And I was like, she was what? Bitch, go to the doctor. We had Planned Parenthood. Like, this was stuff that we did not expect. Expenses. I was like, you got to keep that shit clean. You know, we had to get a couple dishes.
Listen, pimping ain't dead. This shit is just stressful.
It's stressful. It is stressful.
Pimping ain't dead. This shit is just stressful as fuck.
Very stressful.
I gotta give it up to the pimps. They pimp on.
Man, listen, it is a stressful job.
Oh, man.
Gotta keep that baby powder handy.
Baby powder.
LeBron James.
Oh, y'all are crazy. Oh, shit. All right, man. Let's get out of here, man. I thank y'all for coming through, man.
See you next week, Donte.
No problem.
Where y'all gonna be at?
Where we gonna at the office?
Oh shit. Yes. Okay.
Listen,
let's get out of here.
Before we go, everybody go follow Peaks Marketing Agency.
Oh yes, I didn't even. Matter of fact, yes. Tell them about your agency. You have a social media marketing agency, right?
Yes, focusing on social media marketing, brand development. And so I do that for a variety of different industries, from the hair industry to the online boutiques. I have a fashion designer. I have a patent specialist. So she works, she helps you with filing your patents and things of that nature. And then Black Excellence Social Club. They just all about Black excellence and Black culture and things of that nature. So.
And Morgan has helped me out tremendously with my shit. Because my shit was looking, if you go to the Tap In Podcast Instagram right now,
we had to revamp.
Yeah. It's a section that look real good. There's a section that don't. If you go down to this, yes, you can tell which part what I was doing and which part when Morgan came into my life. You can definitely tell.
And did he ever give you your meals that we were supposed to get?
Donte, you owe me 3 meals.
Come on, we can talk about that after that. What 3 meals?
We need
what 3 meals? He always
we need proof of this.
What 3 meals?
3 meals from when I was helping you with the social media.
Yep.
The compensation for that
Was 3 meals?
3 meals. Because I helped you 3 different times.
Yes.
Did I agree to the 3 meals?
Yes.
That's why we started recording you, because you like, oh, did I say that? What? Yes.
No, I don't
got
remember.
you on record.
I don't remember saying 3 meals. Why would I agree to 3
Because
meals?
you needed the help. You always just give whatever.
Huh?
You always just say yes.
Right.
And you agree to whatever until the work is done, and then you renege. That's your problem. You can't be
that's
doing
what
that.
It is.
We got to
3
help each other
meals?
out.
Yes, Donte.
Listen, it's a Wendy's across the street. I got. That's 3 meals.
No Wendy's.
But we could talk about it later, like you said.
No. Let's talk about it now. You didn't brought it up now.
Donte,
Why did I agree to the 3 meals?
Because I helped you on 3 different occasions.
And that is done. Signed, sealed, delivered. Look
And then
at your account.
so tell me exactly what the agreement was. I said, okay, Morgan, if you help me out with my Instagram, I'm gonna buy you 3 meals.
Right.
From where?
We didn't say from where, but it was just 3 meals.
That's where that's
So-
his gray area.
No.
Exactly.
Because now he's gonna say that I'm in McDonald's. Like when he brought us them 50-cent sandwich. I don't even know if they was on a dollar menu.
What? What
He said,
sandwiches?
Team, I'm gonna buy y'all breakfast and I'm gonna buy y'all smoothies.
Right.
We had to wait for the smoothies till you got paid the following week, and then the week that we got the breakfast, we think we get.
We bought eggs, bacon.
No, it was breakfast. My bad. It was breakfast. So the week that we got the breakfast,
What is breakfast?
it was no egg in there.
Right. We got
dry
meat and biscuit.
It was pork. You didn't even care that people on your team don't eat pork. It was just dry ass biscuit.
You talking about when I bought breakfast for the team?
the dollar sausage biscuit.
Yep.
You know
From
exactly
McDonald's.
what I'm talking about.
And then you like, oh yeah, you don't eat pork. Here go extra hash brown.
right.
Damn, you couldn't just get meat, an egg.
Give meat and egg. What is
Get
that?
meat and egg. Meat and egg. Like, wasn't no egg in the sandwich. Like,
Listen, I didn't.
you should have just waited till you got paid to get everything.
No, I didn't know that you didn't, or either I forgot that you didn't eat sausage or pork or whatever.
Donte,
I didn't know.
Like
You knew, everybody knew she wasn't eating meat right at the time.
I didn't know that. Well, yeah, I
Donte.
forgot. I forgot then.
You were
Everybody.
supposed
Let me
to
say I
not
forgot.
eat it either. You was eating
Right.
chips and cookies and
Listen,
pork,
man.
and you're like, oh, this meat.
Go work
Nigga,
out
it's
for an
chicken.
hour, come back, got cookies in your hand.
Listen,
We're
I like
disappointed, and we
sweets.
can tell you ain't been
Right, we can tell.
Tell what?
Donte.
Listen, I've been doing yoga. I'm getting
I know,
I'm getting
but
in
no
shape.
belly.
It's going down.
You've been saying that.
It's going
Since
down. My belly is going down.
I saw your last podcast and you was pregnant. Like
When?
mad pregnant. Like
When?
last week. When you had on that I was like,
No, because
Donte about
we
to have
shoot
a
them.
baby.
We shoot them like a month in advance.
Oh, okay. A month
So that
ago,
was a
you
month ago.
Pregnant. I was like, he having that baby now.
No.
Y'all are lying. My
No,
belly
I'm
is not
not.
that big.
Okay, Donte.
My stomach is not that big, man.
I said, I just saw it.
You didn't just see.
Honest to
Who was
God.
on? Who was
We're
on the
a
show?
Bible.
Who was on the show? Who was on the show? I can tell you.
I don't know, but you had on like
'Cause
a
if-
plaid-ish shirt or something like that.
It was orange.
It was a button up. No, it was like a.
It wasn't
I don't know,
orange?
colorful. It was a button
Orange and
up.
green.
You was sitting back like this, and it was like. I was like, damn.
Shut up, Syiesha. Shut up.
I was like, this man, he done went home and then had twins.
It's quarantine. It's the quarantine
I know,
15.
It's happened to me too, but.
That's what they call the quarantine 15.
You can still work out.
Well, good thing
Home
is we'll be
workout.
back at the office soon, so we'll be able to monitor how you eating.
Y'all let me know how that go, man. Y'all let me know how
You're
that
gonna be
go.
there, so we'll all be there together. Unfortunately,
Right.
I don't know. We'll talk about it after. Yo, I appreciate y'all for coming through, man. This has been crazy, wild. This has been ridiculous.
No problem. Anytime.
Thank y'all for tapping in, though, man. Yo, this has been the Tap In Podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, share this on Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. This is the Tap In Podcast. Holla.
Peace.